And the Indian Sports Network is on the air. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Kenny Masterson coming to you live from Elsberry, Missouri, where we are about to see a varsity softball game between the visiting Mark Twain Lady Tigers. I think that's who they are. Yep, Lady Tigers. And your hometown Elsberry Lady Indians. Tonight's game, this afternoon's game, this evening's game, whatever this is, feels more like evening out here. It's a little chilly. I've got my jacket on, so it must be fall for me to have a jacket on. But anyway, we are here to see this game, and the your Lady Indians are 10-6 on the season. They're coming off not quite a successful week as they'd like to have had, but their game. Well, let's see. They lost 2 games up in the Louisiana tournament against 2 very good teams. They defeated Clopton in the first game, and then they lost the second game against Macon and Monroe City in the third place game. They played Monroe City, and both of those teams were very good. And just another situation of the Elsberry girls couldn't necessarily find their bats in those 2 games. Now, in the first game, there was quite a bit going on. Mackenzie Gladney got her first high school home run, and let's see, there was some other home runs. I don't have them right here in front of me. I should have written them down. Maybe Saturday. Got tournament in Columbia Saturday. There'll be 2 games, so maybe I'll talk a little more about it then. But yeah, Elsberry is 10-6 on the season. According to my records here, Mark Twain is only 3-11 on the season, and they just don't have quite the offense. And they've allowed. Well, let's see, they've only gotten 4.5 runs per game, an average of 4.5 runs per game. And they've allowed 7.6 runs per game, whereas Elsberry has gotten 8 runs per game and allowed 3.8. I will say that in the tournament last Saturday, Elsberry's defense looked very good, and then against St. Dominic Tuesday night, their defense looked extremely good that night, and they did some hitting. Peyton Robinson had a home run. Kylie Kinser had a home run. There was a few other things that might be considered controversial, but either way, the St. Dominic Crusaders, Lady Crusaders, Crusaderettes, I'm not sure what they're called. I should know. My daughter went to school there. But anyway, they came out on top of that one, 10-7. But today we got a whole different game, and hopefully everything of mine is going to work out here. I've spent the last 2 days in St. Louis running around trying to get this stuff worked on, and I'd really like to give a shout out to Schiller Camera down on Manchester Road. They bent over backwards this morning trying to help me out, and they obviously did not have to do that. I'm not a high price paying customer or anything like that, but I talked to Paul, and I just talked to him. I mean, I worked with him this morning trying to get this stuff going, seeing what I needed to get this stuff to all work out, and hopefully I've got a few things figured out here, but I've said that about 300 times this year. But either way, so let's go ahead and get into what we could officially call the pregame. I'll give the starting lineups for the 2 teams. Sponsoring the pregame is People's Bank and Trust.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right. Starting lineup tonight. This is for the visiting Mark Twain Lady Tigers. Leading off and playing shortstop is number 7, Clarkson. I didn't get their first names. I'm assuming they have them. Almost everybody in this world has first names. So I'm just going to assume they have them, but I don't have them. They didn't want to share that information with me, I guess. But anyway, we have number 7, Clarkson, shortstop. Batting second, number 0, Ross. She is the left fielder. Batting third, the catcher, number 13, Arndt. Batting fourth and playing right field is number 14, Martin. And batting fifth, playing first base is number 27, Epperson. Pitching is number 28, Brothers, and she's batting sixth. Batting seventh, third base, number 22, Evans. Batting eighth, second base, number 24, Clements. And batting ninth, center fielder, number 4, Trower. That is the starting lineup for the Mark Twain Lady Tigers. And so now the starting lineup for your hometown Elsberry Lady Indians. We have number 15, Kylie Kinser, and she'll be pitching. Number 16, Mackenzie Gladney, catching. Number 20, Kelsey Flaster in center field. Number 19, Morgan Jones on first base. Number 3, Peyton Robinson, third base. Batting sixth, number 14, Abby Jenkins, shortstop. Batting seventh, number 17, Neosha Henderson. She is the designated player. That's the same as, what do they call it in the American League? Designated hitter. They just call it designated player here, I guess. Batting eighth, number 11, Addison Steele, second base. And batting ninth is number 7, Lily Smith, left field. And playing center field as a flex player but not batting will be number 2, Tanisha Henderson. So as we wait on the umpires to make their appearance, their warm-up, and now we're just sitting here looking out at a boring field because there's absolutely nothing happening out there. I don't even see any bugs going across the ground. But if there are any bugs out there, they might want to hurry up and get out of there because there's going to be feet flying and balls rolling around and all kinds of neat stuff. So let's go ahead and take a break while we wait for the bugs to get off the field.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, as you can see, there's umpires, there's coaches. We got all the important people are out there at home plate. And the Elsberry players are out just beyond first base. And if I had a good camera person, we could show them, but I'm too lazy. I got the camera sitting on a tripod. I'm just sitting back here drinking a soda and relaxing. So anyway, the Mark Twain players, they're in their dugout. There's clouds in the sky. Sky's blue. And I guess they got disgusted with each other and they're walking away. So we're getting ready to start a ball game here. So let's go ahead and get one more quick commercial in before we go to the game.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
All right, and we got a little bit of music in the background, and the Elsberry players are taking the field. So Kinser's going to take a couple of warm-up pitches. There's a strike thrown right there. And on deck, another strike thrown. On deck is going to be number 7, Clarkson. She is their shortstop. She'll be leading off for Mark Twain. All right, a little bit of a conference on the mound or on the pitcher's plate. All right, so Clarkson is up to bat. Kinser's looking in, winding up. First pitch is a call strike. That's how you start the game. There's that grin on Kinser already. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I'm going to say Gladney was setting up outside, ball 1. Dribbler down the first base line, but it goes foul. Jones picks it up. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kylie Kinser starts his game off with a strikeout of Clarkson. Brings up number 0, Ross, their left fielder. Strike 1 called. Kinsler is putting them right in there today. Little bit high, ball 1. Called, strike 2, caught that outside corner. Foul ball down the right side and out of play. Remains 1-2. Foul tip goes right over Gladney and the umpire's shoulder. Still is 1-2. One out, nobody on. Kinser asks for and gets a new softball. Ball outside, 2-2. She gets her sign from the dugout. High foul ball back behind us into the baseball field. Still stays 2-2. 947 pitches later, and it's still 2-2. All right, that was inside. So now we got a full count, 3-2. Finally caught up to the scoreboard. It was showing 3-2 already. Ball 4, take the base. All right, so with one out, Mark Twain has a runner on first in the form of Ross. And that brings up number 13, Arndt, their catcher. And Ross is off to second base with a stolen base, and she is in there. She is obviously a quick runner. She was halfway there before Gladney could even throw. Ball and a strike on Arndt. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and two. A little bit outside. Pop foul, bounces off the fence, remains 2-2. Another foul tip straight back, still 2-2. High fly ball out into short center. Flaster picks it up and throws to second, so we have runners at first and third with 1 out. Brings up number 14, Martin, right field. Call strike 1. Call strike 2. Once again, runners at the corners, 1 out. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two and two. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning. And Mark Twain's going to have a courtesy runner. Still first and third, runners at the corners. And we have Epperson up to bat, number 27, first base. And stolen base for Mark Twain, and the ball was thrown into the outfield, and Ross scores. So the score is now 1-0 Mark Twain here in the top of the first inning. In the meantime, the runner ran on to third. Call strike. This is 27, Epperson. Strike two. High foul tip back behind us. Pop foul, I should say. Two and two. Swing and a miss, strike three. So Kylie Kinser strikes out three batters. But a runner scores. She had one walk, one base hit, and a runner scores on a ball thrown into center field from the catcher. And so we go to the bottom of the first inning. Scores: Mark Twain 1, Elsberry 0.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, we are back for the bottom of the first inning, and Kylie Kinser leads off for Elsberry. 16 games played. She's had 57 plate appearances and is batting .500. She has 24 hits, 14 of them singles, and 4 home runs on the year. First pitch is a call strike. Foul tip. Quickly 0-2 on Kylie Kinser. I didn't get a chance before the game to watch their pitcher that's number 28, Brothers. I didn't get a chance to watch her, so I'll watch her right now. Foul ball down the right side. Remains no balls, 2 strikes. Another foul ball to the right side. Still no balls, 2 strikes. Looks like Brothers, she doesn't have quite the speed as some of them I've seen. I don't think she's got quite the speed as Kinsler. I have to see a little more how her control is. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kinsler was looking at that one all the way in, hoping it didn't curve towards the plate. It was just a little bit outside. Ball hit to short and bounces off of her leg, and so Kinser is on first. So a leadoff hit for Elsberry. And that brings up number 16, Mackenzie Gladney, the catcher. Gladney is batting, she's batting .404 this year with 1 home run and 13 singles. Swing and a miss, strike one. Bottom of the first inning, Mark Twain on top, 1-0. And Kinser is off to second, and she slides in. I'm not sure exactly. She slid in under the tag, but the shortstop didn't have complete control of the ball anyway. But either way, Kinser's on second with 1 ball and 1 strike on Mackenzie Gladney. And foul tip off the end of the bat, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Little pop-up. And second base takes care of that. Brings up number 20, Kelsey Flaster, center field. Flaster is batting .320 this year. Ball 1. She bunts the ball down the first base line, and everybody is safe. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I missed something there. All right, well, that was considered a foul ball. Okay. And there's a ball. That's 2 balls, 1 strike. That's why I shouldn't do this thing in ink. So, Kinser still on second. Flaster still up to bat. And she bunts that one just slightly foul. That's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 3, full count on Kelsey Flaster. Kinser still down on second with 1 out. Foul ball, that was way in on her hands. And it hit, I'm surprised it didn't hit her hands. Still 3-2. Another foul ball, out of play. Still 3-2. Flaster has 12 singles this year and 8 RBIs. There's a high fly ball. Catcher's under it and has it. Brings up number 19, Morgan Jones, with 2 outs, and Kinser still on first. Foul ball, strike 1. And there is a call, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kinser on second. Ball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, ball is high and a little outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 runner on second. A lot of 2s out there. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Elsberry threatened, but they couldn't follow through. So we've played 1 full inning, and the score is Mark Twain 1, Elsberry 0.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our home.
All right, they got up to bat faster than I thought they would. We have at bat taking the first pitch of ball, number 28, Brothers. She is the pitcher for Mark Twain. So 1 ball, no strikes. 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter for Mark Twain in this inning. And a call, strike 3. So Brothers is down on strikes. Brings up number 22, Evans, third base. That was strikeout number 4 for Kinser tonight. Ball 1 on Evans. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Foul tip right back to me. 1 ball, 2 strikes. For the most part, Kinser's been getting ahead of every one of these batters tonight. Here's ball 2. Ball 3. Full count. Evans with the full count. Bases empty, 1 out. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 5. Brings up number 24, Clements, second base. Sun is at a really weird angle. Ball 1. It's like sunny, cloudy. Ball 2. Kinser's fell behind this batter. Clements. Ball 3, close but no cigar. So three balls, no strikes. There's a foul ball. Out of play. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball back to the fence, and once again, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hard hit ball out into right center. Henderson is there and throws it into second base, throws it into Steele. So Clements is on with a base hit. Brings up number 4, Trower, center field. Runner on first and 2 outs. It was ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first. She bunts the ball to Kinsler. Kinsler throws over to first. Steele was covering first base from second, and that is the 3rd out. So that was a 1-4 put out to first. And Mark Twain in the 3rd inning will be bringing up the top of their batting order again. But there was 2 strikeouts in that inning, 1 base hit, and 1 ball in play. And halfway through the 2nd inning, the score is Mark Twain 1 and Elsberry 0.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, starting off the 2nd inning for Elsberry's number 3, Peyton Robinson, third base. Ball outside. Robinson is batting .295. 1 ball, 1 strike. Robinson also has 3 home runs on the year. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Foul tip right off the end of her bat, remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hard hit ball down the third base line, but it is foul. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a call, strike 3. Brings up number 14, Abby Jenkins, a shortstop with 1 out. Nobody on. Abby Jenkins had a pretty good game coming into this one. Her last one against St. Dominic. I think it was St. Dominic. And the ball hits her in the foot. So with 1 out, Abby Jenkins is on first with a little knot on her foot probably. So now we have number 17, Neosha Henderson at bat. She is batting .364. Throw down to second, and Jenkins is thrown out trying to steal second base. So that's 2 outs. And there's a call strike on Neosha Henderson. We have 1 ball, 1 strike. Call strike 2. So far, Elsberry just can't they can't get any offense going. High foul ball back behind us. So 1 ball, 2 strikes still. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is the 3rd out for the 2nd inning. So at the end of 2 innings, it is still Mark Twain 1 and Elsberry 0.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, we are back. And we're about to see the top of the lineup again for Mark Twain. That is Clarkson here in the top of the 3rd inning. Hard hit ball right to Abby Jenkins. Unassisted put out for Abby Jenkins for out number 1. Brings up number 0, Ross. She was walked her first time up and came around and scored. She is the lone scorer for Mark Twain in this game, and she takes a call strike. Call strike 2 on the outside corner. Ball low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right back to Kinsler, and she throws over to first for the second out. Brings up Arndt, number 13. She is their catcher. Two outs, nobody on for Mark Twain here in the top of the third. Swing and a foul tip straight back. Strike one. High fly ball. Morgan Jones is under it and has it for the third out. So Mark Twain is down 1, 2, 3. Here in the top of the third inning, brings up the bottom of the third inning, and that's going to be Addison Steele and Lily Smith and Kylie Kinser. And if anybody gets on, Mackenzie Gladney. Take a break.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
All right, we are back. Addison Steele up to bat. She's only batting 111 this year, but she's only been to the plate 30 times. And she's had 3 hits. 2 of those were singles, and 1 was a double. So let's see if she can get something started for Elsberry. So far, their bats have been pretty quiet. Kinser started off the first inning, with a base hit. And so far, that's been it. Swing and a miss, strike one. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, but the catcher misses it, and Steele is going to be on base. So that's recorded as a strikeout, but she reaches base. So now Lily Smith is up to bat. She is left field. She's batting .273 this year. She bunts it high, and first base has it, but first base catches it, but Steele is back. So brings up the top of the batting order, Kylie Kinser, with 1 out, and Addison Steele on first. Called strike on Kinser. Kinser hits safely past shortstop her first time up. Hits the ball into right field on the ground. And she is now on first for the second time tonight. And that puts Addison Steele down on second base. So Elsberry with 2 base runners. And Mackenzie Gladney up to bat. She flied out to second base. First time up, strike 1. Ball 1. Pretty good wind blowing here tonight. Hard hit ball out into center field, and it's going to drop, and it's to the fence. We're going to have 1 run in, 2 runs in, and Mackenzie Gladney is on third with a stand-up triple. So Kylie scores, and Addison Steele scores. Brings up Kelsey Flaster. Quick throw down to third base, and Gladney is back. And call strike on Kelsey Flaster. Foul ball to the left side, strike 2. So here in the third inning, bottom of the third inning, Elsberry's taking the lead 2-1. They're going to need more than that. That's not a big enough lead. Foul ball going back into the crowd and remains no balls, 2 strikes. Another foul ball back almost the exact same spot. Still no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Mackenzie Gladney on third. And she keeps sending them back there. Ball going back towards the left side over the third base dugout. Well, she changed direction, but it was still foul. That one went to the right side. Still no balls, 2 strikes. Hard hit ball out into left field, and Gladney scores. And Kelsey's going to try to. Flaster gets into second base with a stand-up double. And that makes the score 3-1. So Flaster on second base now, still just 1 out. Brings up Morgan Jones. She struck out her first time up. But now she's got Flaster on second base with just 1 out. And call strike. So it looks like they found their bats, at least right now. Strike 2, swing. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 2 strikeouts tonight for Morgan Jones. So with Flaster still down on second base with 2 outs, we now have number 3, Peyton Robinson, third base, coming to bat. She struck out standing there her first time up. She squared up to bunt, pulled it back, but it was a call strike. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. There, she fouled that one. She squared up to bunt and fouled it back, so quickly 0-2 on Peyton Robinson. Ball hit to third base, throw over to first, and she is out. So a 5-3 put out is a third out for the inning, but Elsberry did what they needed to do that inning, and they came up with 3 runs. That was Kylie Kinser and Mackenzie Gladney and Addison Steele all came around to score. So as we go into the 4th inning, Elsberry now has the lead 3-1.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, for Mark Twain here in the top of the 4th, they're bringing up number 14, Martin. There's a call strike. Martin is their right fielder. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3 pitches, 1 out. Brings up Epperson. She struck out her first time up. Epperson is their first base. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball. Oh, that was called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball came skipping in there for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Here in the top of the 4th inning. There's a little blooper, going to drop down, and Steele just couldn't quite get it picked up in time, and so Epperson is on base with infield hit. So a 1-out infield hit for Epperson. Brings up number 28, Brothers, their pitcher. She struck out looking her first time up. Ball 1. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a strike right down the middle. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 runner on, 1 out. There's strike 2. Evens the count at 2-2. Hard hit ball out into right field. And Henderson is right there to get it. Out number 2. So number 22, Evans, their third base, is up to bat with 2 outs and Epperson on first. Ball low. Strike 1 called. Has ball 2 and a quick throw down to first base, and she was back. So the count is 2-1. Epperson not on first base. Ball high, 3 balls, 1 strike. And foul ball back behind us. That fills up that count at 3-2. I don't have room in the scorebook to put any more little circles. So 3 balls, 2 out, or 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And there was ball 4. So that brings up number 24, Clements, second base with 2 runners on and 2 outs. Clements got a base hit her first time up. She hits a ball to shortstop. Jenkins decides to throw over to third base and just couldn't get it flipped over there. So, with 2 outs, Mark Twain has the bases loaded. Score is 3-1 here in the top of the 4th inning. And that brings up number 4, Trower. She grounded out to the pitcher her first time up. The only saving grace about having the bases loaded is no matter what bag you step on, it's an out. Foul ball to the right side, strike 1. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Call, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball high. Hard hit ball to the right side, but it's foul. Remains 2-2. 2 outs, 3 runners on. Score is 3-1 Elsberry in the top of the 4th. Another foul ball to the right side. Still 2-2. Ball 3. So a full count. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Let's just make this a little more dramatic. Ball 4 and a runner walks in. And That makes the score 3-2. Ball gets away from Gladney, but everybody is staying right where they are. That batting now is number 7, Clarkson. And Elsberry's going to have a meeting of the minds on the mound. So, here's the picture. We have runners on first, second, third. 1 run is in already when Trower walked. That was Epperson that came in. So we have, let's see, we have Evans on third, Clements on second, and Trower on first. So the count is 1 ball and no strikes on Clarkson. Two balls, no strikes. Three balls, no strikes. Right down the middle, strike 1 called. All right, Peyton was able to knock it down, and they scored another run. Still, the bases are loaded. That saved a run with her knocking it down. So the score is tied, 3-3. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on Ross. Score is tied, 3-3. Ball 1. Bases are still loaded. Ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike. This is Ross batting, their center or left fielder. I might have said center field before. Strike 2 called. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are loaded. I think we've been here before. Foul ball back behind it, stays 2-2. Good block by Gladney. Full count again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Foul ball. That ball was right down the middle, but it was fouled right at the plate. So still 3-2. Another foul ball. Still 3-2. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Ball hits past Peyton Robinson at third. Lily Smith, a little trouble picking it up. 2 runs score. That makes the score 5-3, Mark Twain. And runners on first and second. And there's Arndt with the first pitch swinging, and strike one. And there was a line drive right to Abby Jenkins, and for the third out. But Mark Twain did some damage. They brought in 4 runs that inning, and there was 2 runners left on base, and they now have the lead, 5-3.
You're listening to the Indian Sports Network, courtesy of the Elsberry Democrat. Log on to www.elsberrydemocrat.com today.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Okay, here we go into the bottom of the 4th inning, and Elsberry has some work cut out for him. Leading off for Elsberry here in the 4th inning is going to be number 14, Abby Jenkins, shortstop. She was hit by a pitch her first time up. Elsberry needs to get their bats going. Swing and a miss, strike one. Call, strike one. No balls, 2 strikes on Abby Jenkins. She squared up to bunt, and it was a call strike. So, number 17, Neosha Henderson is up to bat. She struck out her first time up. Once again, Elsberry needs to get some bats going. We're in the 4th inning now. They are behind 5-3. Ball 1 on Neosha Henderson. I put that down as a strike. It is ball 1. Foul ball back behind us. All right, now I can have that strike there. All right, this Mark Twain team looks pretty good for the record they have. I don't remember what I said they were, 3-10, 3-11, something like that. They are a much better looking team than that. Ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul tip, 2-2. And a high foul ball. I thought it was going to come hit me in the head, but it stayed in, and their catcher, Arndt, caught it for the second out. Brings up Addison Steele. She reached on an error first time up. It was a strikeout, and catcher missed the ball, and she reached. Strike one on Addison Steele. Ball one. Swing and a miss, strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Evens the count. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Foul ball out of play. Remains 2-2. And a call, strike 3. So 3 up and 3 down for Elsberry here in the 4th inning. And we are going to the 5th inning now. And the score is Mark Twain 5 and Elsberry 3.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
All right, here we are back for the top of the 5th inning. And we're going to have number 14, Martin. She led off the 4th inning, but Mark Twain was able to bat everybody in the 4th inning, so we're right back. They're just 1 inning later, and Martin is starting off, and she has struck out both times up tonight. Ball 1. Ball 2. And Kinser just lost a little bit of control tonight. She started off, that ball was right down the middle. She had great control, but she's lost a little bit of it. Hard hit ball down on the right side, but it went foul. Call strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff batter, Martin. Ball 3, full count. Hard hit ball out into right field. Henderson picks it up and gets it into the infield, but leadoff single for Martin. And Mark Twain is connecting with that ball tonight. Brings up Epperson, number 27. She came around and scored in the 4th inning. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Strike 2 called. 1 runner on, nobody out. Hard hit ball into center field, and Flaster is there and has it. And Martin stays on first. Brings up number 28, Brothers, their pitcher. She struck out her first time up and flied out to right field in the fourth inning. So 1 out, 1 runner on. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball high. Foul tip, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 runner on first base. And that is Martin. Ball outside. 2-2. And there's call, strike 3. So 2 outs. Brings up Evans, third base. She walked in the last inning and came around and scored. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball outside. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 runner on. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 1 runner on. This is Evans that is batting. That's their third base. Foul tip, remains 2-2. Full count, 3-2. So with 3-2 and 2 outs, Martin's going to be running on this pitch. Another foul ball back behind us. Remains 3-2. Martin was 2/3 of the way to. She was 2/3 of the way to second base. Another foul ball going back over my head. Still 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another foul ball back behind us. That baseball field is going to be filled up with softballs. Foul balls. Peyton Robinson was diving for it, but it was just foul. Still 3-2. Another foul ball back behind us. Somebody's going to have to go to Walmart and buy a bunch of softballs. And there's a call, strike 3 for the third out. And Mark Twain leaves a runner stranded on first base. So as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, we have a score of Mark Twain 5 and Elsberry 3. Let's take a break.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Just conversing a little bit with the umpire, and he was mentioning the same thing that I've thought for a long time. I mean, how many foul balls can you have? I mean, it's just amazing the number of foul balls in high school softball. So, leading off for Elsberry in this bottom of the fifth inning, and they really need to find their bats now. We have Lily Smith, left field. She bunts the ball to the pitcher, and the ball gets away, and it stays close enough. She doesn't try to run to second. So Lily Smith gets things going now with a leadoff bunt. Brings up Kinser here in the fifth inning. She's reached safely both times up. See if she can keep something going now. Nobody on, one runner on. And Smith is off for second base, and she makes it in. The ball gets away from the shortstop, but not very far. And even as fast as Smith is, she stayed on second. So, ball one on Kinser. Ball two. So Elsberry with the runner on second. Nobody out. Ball three. 3 balls. The scoreboard's saying 2 balls, 1 strike. Maybe I missed something. Okay, we got 2 balls, 1 strike. They didn't ask my opinion. Okay, now it's 3 balls, 1 strike. I can get my scorebook all caught up now. So 3 balls, 1 strike on Kylie Kinser. Lily Smith down on second. She wants to run 120 feet right now. Ball 4. Kinser is on base. So we have nobody out. And 2 runners on for Elsberry. Brings up Mackenzie Gladney. She hit a 2-run, 2 RBI triple her last time up in the 3rd inning. And I think the temperature has dropped about 95 degrees here so far. It's really cooled off here tonight. I brought a jacket, and it should have been a coat. And we have Mark Twain out in the pitcher circle having a little conference. And got a couple of base runners and Coach Levi and a couple others discussing things over around third base. So, looks like everybody's ready to start playing ball again. Gladney up to bat. Ball 1. Smith on second. Kinser on first. Mackenzie Gladney with 1 ball, no strikes. Foul tip, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Hard hit ball out into left field. And Lily Smith has to stop at third. So we got bases loaded. There's single for Mackenzie Gladney and Kelsey Flaster up to bat. She got a double her last time up. And it scored, well, I guess it scored 2 runs. No, it scored 1. Oh, and their catcher, Arndt, just couldn't quite get to it. It almost there. So that's 1 strike on Flaster. Bases loaded, nobody out. Ball hit past third base. Smith is in to score. Throw is from left field, and Kinsler scores also, and that ties the game. So we have a brand new ball game. It's about time Elsberry found their bats. So that was Flaster, and she made it all the way down to second base because the throw was to home, but Kinsler scored, and Lily Smith scored. And so we have Mackenzie Gladney on third base, and looks like Mark Twain's going to get another pitcher. I can't see her numbers, so I can't tell you who it is. But we're going to have Mackenzie Gladney on third base and Kelsey Flaster on second, with Morgan Jones coming to bat. She has struck out both times up tonight, but I'm thinking she does not want to strike out right now. We have nobody out. And I can't see the number for their pitcher, their new pitcher. So Morgan Jones up to bat, Peyton Robinson on deck. Ball 1. Ball 2. Three balls, no strikes on Morgan Jones. Bases are loaded. And Mackenzie Gladney calls timeout so she can tie her shoe. I'd hate to see her trip halfway between third base and home plate. Call strike 1. Morgan Jones with a 3-1 count. Oh, you know what? There's nobody on first base. I was saying the bases were loaded. There's nobody on first base. 3-2, full count. There's ball 4. And the throw is to third, and Mackenzie Gladney gets home, and Flaster gets to third base. So we have Morgan Jones on first, Flaster on third, and Peyton Robinson up to bat. And the score is now 6-5. First pitch to Peyton Robinson. On flat, the throw is to second. And Flaster came home, and they've had a pretty slick play there, and Flaster was thrown out at home. Peyton Robinson takes a strike. So let's see, I gotta score all of this. Mackenzie Gladney scored. So right now we have Morgan Jones on first base, or I'm sorry, on second base with one out. Score is 6-5. 2 balls, 1 strike on Peyton Robinson. I think I'm caught up now. So there's one out, runner on second. Robinson hits the ball foul down the third base line. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Peyton Robinson with one out and Morgan Jones on second base. Hard hit ball down the third base side, but it is foul. Another hard hit ball, fly ball foul out into the parking lot on the left side. And ball 4 on Peyton Robinson. Brings up Abby Jenkins. She struck out her last time up. Hit by pitch her first time up. And so Robinson on first, Jones on second. One out. She kind of reached for it, and we got a foul ball coming back on the third base side. Strike 1. Called strike. Strike 2. And is that Jones or Robinson is now on second with a stolen base. Another foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes. No, you know what? I have no idea what I'm talking about. That's Jones down on second and Peyton Robinson's on first. Another foul ball back here. And Arndt could not get to it. She aren't going to catch that one. She kind of hurt her hand a little bit on the fence. I hope she's okay. Kind of shaking out her right hand a little bit. Still no balls, 2 strikes on Abby Jenkins. And we have hard hit ball out into left field. And that was caught for out number 2. So 2 outs, and Neosha Henderson's up to bat. She fouled out to the catcher her last time up. So 2 runners on, 2 outs. Score is 6-5. Foul ball to the right side. Got the lights on here at the field. Sun is still out, but it's down behind the building. Ball hit. It's not picked up by, okay, ground ball to short, and she could not get it picked up, so Peyton Robinson was safe at second, Neosha safe at first, and that was Morgan Jones came around and scored, so the score is now 7-5. All right, that was Addison Steele with a pop-up to short for the 3rd out. Let's see, Morgan Jones scored. So, that is the end of the 5th inning. Score is now Elsberry 7 and Mark Twain 5. So we go to the 6th inning. Score is 7-5. Let's take a break.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, we have Clements batting for Mark Twain. Foul ball on the third base side, and Robinson tried to get there, but just couldn't quite make it. Strike one in the top of the 6th inning. And that is number 24, Clements, their second base. Ball one. Count is 1-1. Ball hit to Abby Jenkins at short. Throw over to first and in time. So a 6-3 put out for the first out of the top of the 6th inning. Brings up number 4, Trower, center field. So with 1 out, Trower is batting. Call strike 1. Little pop up. Looks like Kinser has it for the second out. That brings up top of the lineup number 7, Clarkson, the shortstop. Two outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Nobody on. Ball one. Score is 7-5. Elsberry over Mark Twain. To be honest, this has been an extremely good game. Inside, ball 2. Foul ball down to third base side. Strike 1. Ball outside. That's 3 balls, 1 strike. And call strike, full count. Ball hit to third base. Robinson up with it and throws it over to Morgan for the out. 5-3 put out for the third out. See if I can get that focus in just a little bit better. I don't know if it's better or not. But either way. So, we're halfway through the 6th inning, and the score is 7-5, Elsberry over Mark Twain.
At Elsberry Pharmacy in Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Okay, Lily Smith is going to be coming up to bat. And it looks like number 7, Clarkson, is their pitcher. She was playing shortstop. So not sure what their lineup is right now. Swing and a miss for Lily Smith here in the top of the 6th inning. No balls, 1 strike. She came around and scored her last time up. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Right back to the pitcher. She picks it up and throws over to first, and Smith has the first out. The 1-3 put out. Brings up the top of the lineup now with Kylie Kinser. She has reached all 3 times and scored twice. She's got 2 singles and a walk. So with 1 out and nobody on, Kinser is batting. Call strike 1. Hard hit ball fair down the third base line, and it is into the corner. And she is on second, and she's going to third. Only she is thrown out at third base. She had a double, and she tried to stretch it into a triple, and it did not work. So, second out for Elsberry here in the 2nd inning. Double tried to stretch it into a triple. And that brings up Mackenzie Gladney with nobody on and 2 outs. One ball, 1 strike on Gladney. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gladney has a triple, and she has a single. Foul tip, remains 3-2. Gladney also has 2 runs scored tonight. And a couple of RBIs. Hard hit ball down the third base side, and she is on with a single. So 2-out single for Mackenzie Gladney. Brings up Kelsey Flaster. Let's see, she's been on twice tonight with a couple of doubles. Ball 1. Ball 2. If Flaster keeps it going, Morgan Jones will be up. Hard hit ball foul on the first base side. Strike 1. Outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, 1 runner on. There's a hard hit ball out into right field. And it's dropped. So Flaster is around to second. And Mackenzie Gladney comes around and scores. That makes the score 8-5. So double for Kelsey Flaster. And an RBI brings up Morgan Jones with 2 outs. Call strike 1. Those insurance runs come in pretty handy. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jones. Strike 2. Flaster down on second base, 120 feet away from being the ninth run. And Jones is called out on strikes. So that's a 3rd out. But another run is in. And that makes the score 8-5. So we go into the 7th inning. I never changed the score or the top to the bottom. But that was the bottom of the 6th inning. So we go into the top of the 7th inning. And the score is 8-5. Elsberry over Mark Twain.
At Elsberry Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We have numerous programs to help your wallet as well as save precious time. Save money with our RX Savings Club program, and you can save time with our medication synchronization program, where we fill your prescriptions at the same time each month. We also offer our medication adherence program to help you remember to take your medications on time as prescribed by your doctor. Better value, better service, better health care. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacy in Elsberry and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, with a score of 8-5, here we go into the top of the 7th inning. And Mark Twain is bringing up number 0, Ross. That was ball 1. I thought it looked pretty good. And there's a foul ball back behind us. Evens up the count at 1. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on Ross. She is their center fielder. She's walked once tonight, came around and scored. And she's also has a base hit. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Nobody on. Ball hit past Kylie Kinser. So she is on again with another base hit. So a leadoff hit for Mark Twain brings up their catcher, Arndt. Foul tip straight back, strike 1. Arndt flied out to shortstop her last time up. And there was a little blooper to Kylie Kinser for the first out. Little check, and Ross is back on first. Brings up Martin. Ball gets away from Gladney, and Martin is on second base. I'm sorry, Ross. So ball 1 on Martin. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 out. Runner on second. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 runner on second base. 1 out. Score is 8-5. Mark Twain over Elsberry. Ball hit past first base, and they hold up Ross at third. So she is on third, and Martin's on first with one out. Brings up Epperson, first base. And she has a single tonight and scored a run. The ball gets away from Gladney, and Ross is across the plate for a score. Makes it 8-6. There's a call strike on Epperson. So ball one, strike one out. And Martin is on second base now. Ball two. So the tying run is actually at the plate. Hard hit ball out into right field. And Henderson, sure hands Henderson has it. And quick throw to second base, but not there. So the second out. And with two outs and a runner on second, brings up Brothers. She is back in the game. Call strike. She has struck out twice tonight. Hard hit ball out into right center. And it's to the fence, and a run is going to score. So Brothers is on base with a double. And that scores Martin. So the score is now 8-7. So I think we're going to have see what's going to go on now. So Mark Twain's having some damage here. All right, and they are taking Brothers out as a runner, and 11 is coming in, and I don't have her name with me right now. But number 22, Evans, is batting. So the tying run is on second base. Two outs. Here we are in the top of the seventh. This would be it if they can get Evans out. And having a meeting out on the mound, discussing how they want to get Evans out. They have, like I said, number 11 down on second base, and I'm just assuming she is a fast runner. That's exactly who I'd put down there. Swing and a miss, strike one. Evans has walked and struck out twice tonight. Hard hit ball right to Steele. And that is the end of the ball game. Mark Twain made it interesting there in their half of the seventh inning. Like I said, they have a record of like 3-11 or something like that, and they are a much better team than that. So congratulations to the Elsberry Lady Indians, and Mark Twain Lady Tigers gave them everything they could handle. So now we go on to Saturday morning, there will be a couple of games in Columbia, Missouri at the, well, I don't remember what the name of it is, the Hickman Cupid tournament or something to that effect. And first game will be at 9 o'clock, and I plan to be there. What's that old saying? You know, good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. I plan to be there for the game. There'll be 2 games, and apparently they are back-to-back. First game is against Hickman, and a second game against Lee Summit West anyway. So one game will be against a team halfway across the state. Second game will be against a team all the way across the state. And those, I imagine, are both big schools, so we can expect some good competition from them. So anyway, I plan to be on the air. The game's at 9 o'clock. I plan to be on the air about 7:45 on Saturday morning from Columbia. So if you're interested in those games, and how can you not be, then tune in. You'll see whenever I go on the air. Tune in and listen and watch as the girls take on Hickman and then Lee Summit. So tonight's game is over. Elsberry defeated Mark Twain by a score of 8-7. And so I guess that's about all there is to say about it. And until Saturday morning, this is Kenny Masterson for the Indian Sports Network. And I'm saying a good night from Elsberry. Good night, everybody.